I fucking hate that job. And you may think, Jennifer, is something not alright again because you're quitting all the time, everything you possibly can. And I'm like, yeah, I think so. It's almost unbelievable that I quit at university like twice, and I want to quit my job right now, like another quitting. Isn't that great? Like, is there nothing that could possibly satisfy me, right? Right? Is that what you think? Because it's what I think. It is. My friend said it's because I'm too intelligent for the job, so thank you, Kay. But seriously, I could do something about it. Like, call center isn't a good job. It's not a fun job. It's a stupid, pointless job, which I hate. And maybe I am too intelligent for that, but also I should just manage and be like, okay, I only do it for money, for nothing else. So I just said it from the very beginning. I got that job. I went for a job interview and they accepted me. Then I got the training for like a couple days. They were showing me this stuff. I was basically thinking call center is just that you call people and that's all. But it turns out there's like a whole base, a whole system working with this, when you complete the data, when you write down notes about when were you calling and all, and it's like super complicated actually. And then you dispatch the deeds and all, and it's just complicated. So I was green at first. Like I was looking at my phone, at my computer, and I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? So at first it was all black magic, and whatever the clients were asking me, I was like, no clue. After a week I was like, what the shit am I doing here? Like, yikes. Plus I am getting very little clients. Like, I don't know why. I am saying everything I should say about everything and they still don't accept it. But it is my fault, because all other girls that work in there, they do get clients. They get more or less clients, but they do get them, and I get like a few a week. So it's like not good. So I am pathetically bad in the job, and I don't hide it. I am not good in a call center. I am no use in that because I'm not a good worker, and I hate it. And it's boring, it's stupid, I don't like it. And I'm not talking about that particular call center, because I am certain that every other call center is just the same as this one is. So it's not personal, but it's about the job, right? And so I completely didn't want to go there. I was doing everything I possibly could just not to dial, not to call the people, because people were so freaking mean. And I never met such mean people before. Like, I mean, I have, but it's like they don't know you and they judge you and are mean to you, and it made you feel so awful. Like, I was going to the bathroom just to cry because people were so mean to me. I am no more doing that. What is a great lesson, I'd say, because if I used to cry because people were mean to me, and I no more cry when people are mean to me, that means a progress. So that's one good thing that the call center brought to me. And this 7.5 hours sitting and dialing people, it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare every single day. And my first deed was signed for 1 month, and I was like, okay, with that 1 month I'm out. I will not sign another deed. And that was the plan until I got the deed for another 6 months, and I thought to myself, I am doing it just for money. I am not doing it for experience. I am not doing it for anything. I am doing it just so that I can collect money to go to Spain, to move to Spain. And that's why I got this work. That's why I'm working here. I don't have to like it. I don't have to enjoy it. I don't have to find it fun and likable. I just have to work and earn that money. And that's what I thought to myself. And me, being the genial me that I never am, I signed the deed. I signed the deed for 6 months till June. Brilliant. It was a really bad idea. Like, I wanted to quit, and I haven't. Why? And so later we got another project, we were still working for the same company, but calling other people with other things, with other business, you know. And in that moment, I just couldn't manage. I don't understand it. The script is so fucked up. And when you say something not according to the script, you fucking up. And you can't fuck up. And it's so fucked up. That's all. That's all I got to say about that. The first call I made on that new project, I hung up. I started saying something and I did not know what to say. I couldn't find the information I wanted to say. I had to say. I couldn't find the information, so I just hung up. And I was just like, what the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. And it's so much talking, it made my throat sore and made me cough all the time. And I was just like constantly ready. A nightmare. A nightmare. Let me tell you, it's a nightmare. And so here I am. Today is the first day of that project. And I told them I'm going home early because I will not manage with my throat. And that's the truth. Like, I can't cough into the phone when I'm talking with people. Like, I simply can't do that. So today is the first day. And I will update you if I ever get the courage to go to them and say, hey, I'm quitting. I mean, I hope they will fire me. That would be the best, because I would not have to bother, and that will be just the best. So I hope they will fire me, because I am obviously a very, very bad worker. Like, our boss even contacted me that I have very bad results and all, and I'm like hoping they will fire me so that I will have less problems. So that's what I hope for. I hope they will fire me, and I will update you with whether and how and when I have quitted in 3, 2, 1. I quitted my job, like, finally, in a class, you know. It was like a great, perfect plan that I have fulfilled in 100%. I went there, I told them I have a situation and I can't work from now on. And the manager said she wanted to fire me as well, so, you know, it's not like a big tragedy for them that I'm quitting. I mean, I suspected that they don't want me there, like, they didn't like me in particular. I was not a good worker and all, like, a good employee, and it was just not, like, no cooperation from both sides, from me and from them. And I was ready to pay the fine, like, for quitting, but they did not mention anything, so I'm glad. Like, I was ready to do that because I could work for 10 days. It's like written on the deed, you know. I could work for 10 days, or if I don't work for 10 days from the moment I quit, then I have to pay the fine. And I was like, I'd rather pay the fine than work in there for 10 days. Because it makes me want to throw up. It makes me feel bad. I was crying because it was so awful. I mean, I guess that means it's not a thing for you to do, right? Like, you can't force yourself to do things that destroys your brain. Yeah. And my plan wasn't to hurry things that much, but I got a job. I got a new job. Like, on Tuesday I started looking for a new job, and I clicked the Costa Coffee advertisement, and they called me the same day and went for like a job interview through the phone, and they invited me for a group meeting for the next day. And I went there, and we were talking, we were like having some tasks to do so that they check how do we like cooperate and how do we work with the clients and all. And so they called me on Friday that I have been accepted and that I just have to do, you know, some analysis at the doctors and all. And the man I was talking to, he said I have to do this as soon as it's possible, and he said I must go there on Monday, and Monday is today. And I was like, how am I supposed to be in 2 places at the same time? Like, at work and at doctors, and it's impossible. And what is more important for me is to be at doctors, because I want a job in Costa Coffee. Costa Coffee is a place I always loved. It is a great place with a great atmosphere from home, yeah, indeed. And it's just more important for me, my future, than my present. you know, I think. And so my dislike in the call center job, I decided I will not go there. I will quit and tell them I quit just right now with no time and all. And I went to the doctors. I was getting so lost. I was getting so freaking lost everywhere. Like it took me double the time it should to get everywhere I was supposed to go, like to the doctors and back and here and there and now to Costa, and it's like, yeah, it took me a lot of time because I have no sense of direction, but you know, I'm proud of myself because I did it myself. Like, you know, it's one of those very big New Year's resolutions, to be self-dependent, to be independent, to do things on my own. And quitting that freaking job was a thing I did on my own. It was my decision, it was my doing. It was done without any help from anybody. I mean, mental help indeed from my friend, but except for that, it was all my doing. I had to go there. I was so freaking stressed. Had to go there and tell them I'm quitting and I will not be working for them from now on. It was a very stressful situation for me, but I did it. I did it and I am very proud of myself. Then I went to the doctors, got there despite the fact that I have no sense of direction, and it was a nightmarish really. But I did it. I got there and I dealt with all the analysis and appointed a doctor. And I did it all. I did it all on my own, and that's quite something, you know. I will get all the analysis and all the appointments done, and I will know then whether I can work in Costa or not, because you need to do the Sonapit stuff and all and have it all clear and done. So when I will have that done, I will get the training in Costa and I will be working a barista in Costa. How awesome is that? And what is even more awesome actually is the fact that I will be probably working on the airport. Airport, are you kidding me? Airports are the most fantastic places in the world. Like, I love them. I love being there. I love just sitting in there and looking and smelling it. I don't know, it has some specific smell, I guess. But I just love it. I just love airports, and I was like, I want to work at the airport. And during that interview, and they were like, you like to work at the airport? And I was like, yeah. And they said, so you wouldn't mind night shifts? And I was like, not at all, I would love them. And they were so surprised because nobody wants to work at the airport on night shifts, and I wanted to, and I guess that's why they actually accepted me as an employee, because, you know, I want to work at the airport on night shifts, and that is a dream. That is a dream. Working in Costa Coffee at the airport. No, actually, 2 years ago I was in Costa Coffee. I remember that was December with my parents and my sister, and I told them I could work in Costa. Yeah, Mom, I will work in Costa now. Look, so many lovely people. That is what I said 2 years ago. 1 year ago, it was 2 p.m. I was with my dad on the airport and we were drinking coffee. And I told my dad, Dad, I would like to work on the airport. It's such a great place. It makes me feel so great. That is what I said 1 year ago. 2 years ago I said I'll be working in Costa. 1 year ago I said I'll be working at the airport. And right now I'll probably be working at the airport in Costa. You see? Isn't that great? How it's all fulfilling, and like this destiny finding its ways everywhere and finally coming true. That is quite amazing, I think, you know. So yeah, that's my little story. I stepped out of my comfort zone, found a job, hated the job, quitted the job, found another job, and so I'm doing my best to work right now in Costa, like collecting the analysis and doctors and all. And I probably will, I hope. So that's great. That's great. Therefore, I encourage you to thumbs the video up if you liked it and stuff, by clicking the subscribe button. Adios.